J Rocks.
I can see that you are having trouble reacting to this. Why don't you ease up a bit, take a seat and forget all your worries. Welcome to a world where there are boundless possibilities. Just let loose and take this with.
Thanks Tim the Rocker and Headbanger Paxton for getting this video started. I am soaking in the energy from that intro for this drawing activity. This is J-Ro walking you through it. This is another scenario piece I'm working on. Right now I'm drawing my character Asterhode. I released a YouTube short and an Instagram reel containing my drawing process of Asterhode months ago, so this isn't the first time I'm showing him to y'all. I wanted to put it out on Rumble too, but it doesn't seem like Rumble has its own short form video service, so I didn't even bother with it. It would be nice if Rumble would launch its own short form video service, but I prefer making longer videos anyway, so I'm pretty indifferent regarding that matter. When I do watch videos myself, and I'm not referring to movies or TV shows, I prefer watching long form ones. I'm talking about really long videos, but they're usually some podcast episodes that last for an hour to 2 hours or even longer. To be fair, I sort of put those types of videos on in the background while I'm drawing or working out. The most important thing about them, since they're podcasts, is the audio. I put on my headphones to make sure that I hear everything that is said in them. I'm bringing this up because I keep hearing that people have shorter attention spans these days and that they prefer watching short form videos to long form videos, hence the rise of TikTok. I also heard, by the way, that when it comes to music, people don't listen to full albums anymore these days. Instead, they just listen to individual songs. What I can say about all of this is that it really has to do with whatever you're interested in. I feel like if you're a huge fan of a particular artist, actor, vlogger, podcaster, comedian, or whoever else, you're going to want to consume more of their content regardless of what it may be. I'm pretty sure that that's the case for a lot of people. Perhaps if you're just someone who fishes for content without any real interest in anything, and you're just hoping that you find something worth watching, viewing, or listening to, that's where the short attention span may apply. I gotta admit that I myself do fish for content at times without putting any real thought into what I want to see or hear. I do try to finish anything I've started though, meaning I finish watching what I started watching or finish listening to what I started listening to without skipping anything but the ads. The keyword is try, so I don't always get to do that, but more often than not, I'm able to get to the end of what I started consuming. Having said all that, I gotta do a better job when it comes to beating the games that I started playing. That's the one department where I am terrible. I'm obviously talking about single player games here. I've got some games I started playing that I haven't continued playing. I also have some games that I haven't even touched yet. I know this is all trivial, but I gotta play the games that I have and beat all of them. I've got it paused right here because I'm basically done drawing Asterhode. It's funny, the usual thing about me is that whenever I think that something's done, I always revisit it and see if it's actually done. Then I start noticing things I'm missing and things that need changing. That's why I said I'm just basically done, not completely done. You also may have noticed the way I started drawing Asterhode, which was different to say the least. I usually just draw whatever in order to get things started. My mind kind of goes all over the place when I'm starting a new piece, but I draw just whatever so that I can say, hey, I've got a new art piece I'm working on. Anyway, it's time to move forward with this piece. I'm gonna be drawing another character to make sense of what's happening here. My voice will be taking a backseat, so we'll turn up the music. I'll chime in from time to time to explain stuff. Alright, I've drawn the other character. I haven't given this guy a name, but I'm just gonna call him a Demon Warrior for now. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I drew the missing knuckle creases or wrinkles on Asterhode's fingers, whatever they're called. Okay, so here's the deal. Every artist has a particular style. Other artists may want to omit certain things from their source references because they just don't fit their style. I, on the other hand, often go for the cartoony look, but I also try to incorporate some realism, and I'm saying only some realism. I'm not trying to skimp on the details, but I also draw based on how I feel things should be, if you know what I mean. I could have opted out of drawing the knuckle creases or wrinkles, but I thought they needed to be visible with Asterhode holding out his hand in the way you're seeing it here. Anyway, I'm gonna start coloring both the characters to keep things moving. I'll begin with the flats. The flat colors are done. I'm gonna proceed to shading Asterhode. I've shaded Asterhode. Now it's time to shade the Demon Warrior. Both of the characters have been shaded. The background is looking rather dull, however. I'm gonna fix that by drawing something in it. So as you can see, I drew mountains in the background. Some of them are rockier than others, some of them are grassy. The mountains are surrounded by water and the sky is visible. The scene I've got going on is set in the daytime. I didn't have to draw anything to represent the water and the sky because I'm going to be coloring this entire piece anyway. It's best that the water and the sky are all just colors with no hard lines. Speaking of colors, let me start incorporating the flats into the background. I've incorporated the flats. I'm going to proceed to work on the shading. Alright, I've shaded the background. Things are coming together here. So if you don't know by now, these two characters are fighting each other. I gave Asterhode the upper hand, which is why the Demon Warrior looks shocked. He's staring directly at Asterhode's hand, but nothing seems to be going on. I'm gonna fix that by sorta outlining over Asterhode's hand using different shades of red. That's more like it. Now I'm gonna be writing some text above the characters to make more sense of what's going on here.
Gotcha. This is where it ends for you. Such a shame to do it in a place like this. He's fast. This is it for me. Just seeing that red glow coming out of his hand is draining all my energy.
That's the exchange between Asterhode and the Demon Warrior. Well, it's more of an implied exchange, since the Demon Warrior is keeping his thoughts to himself. I'm gonna color the speech and thought boxes, then I'll sign this piece to finish it. This is it right here. Asterhode versus Demon Warrior piece done. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. This is Jero once again. As always, I'm curious to know what you all think. Like what you see, hate what you see, tell me all about it in the comments, and I'll catch you all on the flip side. Take us out, Paxton.